soft shoe? Do you like my soft shoe? Do you like my soft shoe? 'Cause I do.
Watch as I kick my feet in the air.
And then I wave them like I just don't care.
You saw that spin, you see these hips,
you see the way I grip and dip.
Can you stop me? I don't think you could if you tried.
'Cause it's that soft shoe. Niggas know that soft shoe. Soft shoe. Boop, 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 boop.
I'll dip and dive and socialize, and you can look into my eyes
as I glide.
And then I'll rub my hands like I'm baby, and I'll shake my fucking shoulders too.
Watch me soft shoe. I said soft shoe. As I wiggle my hips and do my moves.
Soft shoe. Watch how I jump backwards and get down real fast. Soft shoe. Soft shoe. My shoes are incredibly fucking soft. Soft shoe.
As I boop-boop-doo, and I'll give your bitch that move-a-doo. He did that shit off, didn't he?
Soft shoe.
Look at my soft shoe. Do you like my soft shoe? That motherfucker's shoes was soft as a bitch, wasn't they?
Feathers.
That motherfucker had fur-lined shoes on. That motherfucker was moving, man. Never let a motherfucker like that roll up on your bitch at the club. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Oh, he's taking her.
Because you're gonna go home bitchless. That shit's just gonna happen. That's just the way that it is. Oh, shit, there you are. Hey, we didn't even know you was here. But being that you're here, come with us on a journey. Welcome to DWI.
Yes, sir.
We're here at episode 38, 38 special wax. That's that snub nose, man.
Yes, sir.
That's that Trey 8, ooey.
Yeah, it is.
We getting ready to come to you live, give it to you with all those bullets. I think they even made another hole, so it's a 7-shot. It was a 6-shot, right? But they went ahead and made the 38 special 7 shots. So we redid the 38 just to give you 7 shots. But listen, we love you. We appreciate you. We thank you for coming on our journey. We want to thank you guys for coming on a journey. We want to thank you for being more vocal in the comments. We just ask that you guys keep bringing that same energy. That way we can keep giving it to you the way we've been giving it to you. So without further ado, that's Wax. I'm Ellie. That's Dude. We are DWI. So without further ado, let's get straight into it.
Let's go.
The NBA. The Olympics.
Yeah.
They went ahead and they start fucking around with each other. And now they have a relationship. They birthed all of these damn dream teams, redeem teams, and the next generation team, which we see now. How are y'all feeling about these boys over there in the fucking Paris, fucking France atmosphere, giving that fucking energy up for the USA?
They did their thing. Steph Curry snapped out, bro. Like,
Bro, he had 60 points in 2 games.
Right. Team USA they balled out. So I was proud of them for pulling that off because Serbia gave them everything they wanted,
right.
And then France wasn't fucking around either. So your boy Wemby, he's gonna be a beast,
right?
Yeah, he played his ass off.
He did.
Problem, man.
I mean, it was in a losing effort,
right?
And I don't give a shit about none of that shit unless he's playing for the Spurs. Not to say that there was a moment that I said that fuck France, but at the same time, I'm a USA citizen.
Right.
I'm a United States American citizen, my brother, meaning I was born in Rochester, PA. So that means that I have some type of, how should I say, title or some type of rights to being happy about how the performance was. But I did tell both of you motherfuckers that the French have a certain way of dealing with shit. I said, did y'all hear me? I said the French got a certain way of dealing with shit. Right. They're so dramatic. Do you think in the locker room it was anything other than
I seen Wemby crying on the court. Wemby
I bet.
Crying. And
that shit so intense, bro.
Right.
Like them motherfuckers make you feel that shit right then and there.
Right. They cry in black and white, and it just says "fiend."
That's it.
Right.
Like that shit was dead ass serious, man. Them motherfuckers played their asses off. But Steph Curry was one of the most dynamic shooters that I've ever seen in 2 games, and one of them was against France. Now, Wax, let me ask you this. In a perfect world, do you see him shooting like that in, let's just say, the regular season? Or do you feel like this meant a lot to him and America, so he's going to keep it real and bring this shit home for America the way that a lot of the guys before him did?
With Steph Curry, man, that's what you get, man.
Okay.
Like, every fucking game, he's going to chuck up a bunch of threes. 95% of the time, he's going to make the majority of them. Like,
Right.
he's the greatest pure shooter I've ever seen in my life, man.
Right.
Like, and this is what, like, for the last couple of weeks, I was kind of hard on Team USA because I wanted them to put it all out there and just come home with the dub, and that's exactly what they did, man. There's no fucking other country out there that can smell our socks right now.
Right.
And like, they played like that shit last night.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Do you feel Steph Curry was a general out there and doing his business, like getting the job done?
For sure.
Do you feel like we can depend on Steph Curry to more or less lead his team in that point guard position, facilitate the pass when need be, and take that shot? You was saying something about him doing a move where he he shook that. What was you saying earlier about that?
It was just throughout the game, he was doing shit that made it look like he was out there playing on the playing on
The playground.
Yeah. Like, he was doing ill shit, like pump faking, taking a step to the side, and then draining it. Or, like, at the very end of the game, they threw him the pass, he threw it to KD. KD kicked it back to him. A double team came on him. He dribbled to the side and chucked it over 2 other defenders,
Right.
and that shit was all net. I'm like, listen, he blacked out yesterday.
It was cold, man.
He showed
I was
his
just
ass.
about to ask you, so is there any way of stopping him? So, like, what if you go up and try to defend him and jump up when he pump fakes?
I mean, don't matter. Like, he gonna get his shot off, and it seemed like the dope part about that game last night was everybody on the court knew it. Like, everybody on USA was like, give him the ball, step back, you go to your corner, and let him work. And we'll come up. Somebody might come up, set a pick every once in a while, but we just gonna let him eat. We're gonna let him cook. And that nigga was in the kitchen cooking.
Well,
It was one of the best performances that I've seen in a long time, maybe ever, as far as, like, you know what I mean, individual just going crazy. That, man, it was crazy.
Right. So I guess I'm going to use the words that Uwe said earlier. You're damned if you do and damned if you don't guard that man.
Pretty much.
If you try to guard him, he's going to definitely pump fake you. You're going to jump for it, and then he's going to shoot it. If you jump up with the pump fake, he'll still shoot that shit over you and make it.
Right.
So there's no real guarding that.
Not at all. And that's why he got 4 championships
Right.
from doing that shit every fucking time he touched the court. Like,
This was his first gold medal.
He was out there balling. Man.
Right.
Now, I will say this. We're going to keep it in the Olympics, but we're going to go down a couple streets. Did y'all see any of that breakdancing expo?
No.
Now, listen, hip-hop grew up in the park. Y'all remember that?
Right.
In the words of Robin Harris, you grew up on it. So, with that being said, that's something that we know and love. That, spray painting, the art of hip-hop, DJing. There's like 5 elements to hip-hop. And breakdancing is one of them. Now, we had our neighboring country, Australia, They got a breakdancer. I don't know what her hip hop name is. I don't know if it's Formula One. I don't know if it's Concaritas. I don't know if it's Gray-Mate. I don't know if it's another shrimp on a Barbie.
Her name is Rachel Ray Guns.
Oh, that sounds ruthless.
That shit sounds trash.
Hey, ooh, you got a clip of that?
Yeah.
Let's see what she's hitting for, because that sounds like she might be. Okay.
Oh,
Do it, Ryder.
Do it.
Frog. Oh, come on. Oh, nah. Are you kidding me, Australia?
The arm windmill.
Look.
Wait a minute.
Do it. Do it, girl. Do it, Rachel.
So wait a minute. What is that, the cat fight? The claw. She went from the claw to the cat fight.
Grab the hat. There we
now,
go.
that's the okay.
Look,
She keeps pointing to her shit, though.
Yep. She's representing out there looking
The
like...
bunny hop, that was never a move to get down to the hat grab.
Do it, girl.
Please let me see her do something dope in this shit, man.
No,
I don't want to see nothing about what she's doing before any of that. Like, let's get through all of that shit, because that motherfucker just embarrassed the whole country of Australia, from what I can see. Like, I would never, ever expect America to get anybody like that to represent our country. If that motherfucker don't come from fucking the Bronx or fucking Brooklyn or any of the 5 boroughs,
right,
they better come from fucking the West Coast, down there where Breaking was taped. Like with Turbo and Ozone. That's what I know. This motherfucker came from the butt crack of Australia, and it looks like she's doing a quackity quack quack with a little bit of cat fight out of there.
Do it, Ray.
Then she's doing a fucking clock on the ground right now. She looks like she's choking.
You said she was doing the Three Stooges,
like the curly shuffle, yes. Like like hold that motherfucker there and shit, like that shit, like.
Yo, this is my question.
Go ahead, bro.
How in the hell was she able to even perform? Like, how did she get this far?
How did she get picked? Who picked her?
Right.
Because whoever picked that motherfucker needs, no, go sit down. Like, that motherfucker needs, what needs to happen is she needs some no men. That's a team full of yes men. She needs about 3 no men on that squad just to.
What she needs is a coach to show her how to actually break dance. Because this shit, Australia, sit down. You're on punishment for 4 years.
From breaking.
Yeah, from everything. Like, just take a break.
Right.
Take a break and recoup, because this shit is terrible.
Yeah, y'all took a big L bringing her out here. Like, we don't know what the fuck y'all was thinking. Y'all had y'all's pick, I'm sure. Crocodile Dundee would have done better than that shit.
Right.
That definitely had Dina, the breakdancing instructor,
written all over.
Yeah, it had that kind of vibe.
Right.
And 1, and 2.
Like, what? Bro, when I look at that, I want to say, that's not a knife.
Right.
That's not a knife.
So let me ask y'all this. What would you rather do? Like, say you had to do one of these moves in the club. You got a joint that you've been checking out, but you got to do one of these moves to win her over. Would you rather do Ray Guns moves or young baby Drake? Which one?
Shit.
Which move are you choosing? Are you gonna do this shit? You think that's gonna get her in there?
Hold on. You gotta put that on there.
All right.
Yeah, you got to show.
Answer your question.
Give them the examples. Me, myself, I'm going with the baby Drake. Like, because it's simple, it's effective, and you know, I ain't got to do too much moving around.
And I won't sweat.
Right. I'm knocking this out.
Alright.
Yeah.
You doing this one?
That's me all day, right?
Damn, man, you gonna be fucking melting that shit,
Right
man.
there. I'm keeping it in that wheelhouse right there.
I'd rather be doing the shit that boy in the brown pants was doing, because that motherfucker's making his fucking weight in gold. The dude in the back with the white shirt on, like, baby Drake looks like shit back there. Like, honestly, man, I'm sorry, I'm not doing that shit, Wax.
His little baby from.
He looks like a little baby owl, man. Fuck him, man.
Look, he's getting it.
He looks like shit. That boy in the back, though, that little motherfucker back there, I can guarantee right now he's doing something fantastically fun.
He practiced that shit.
He don't give a fuck. The dude in the white shirt, he don't give a shit. He's free. He ain't got fucking monkey suit dinners.
You don't got that choice though. You got Lil Drake or Ray Gun. Which one? Which one's gonna get
Why
the
y'all always limiting somebody, man? Like, why do I gotta pick that shit, man? Like, I hate that little baby Drake move, man. Like, if I was a baby at Drake's age, I'd have beat baby Drake's ass, man. I'd have been like 9 years old and he was 11 in that video.
Right.
I'd have whooped his ass. But that's a tough one.
You gonna hit him with that windmill that old girl was doing?
No, man, she wasn't doing shit, bro.
And you got to get dirty,
Right, but that green
Drake
shows dirt.
So your best bet would be to be knocking it out like Baby Drake.
Fuck that, man. Listen, I want to see Baby Drake get jumped. I'm dead serious. I want three fucking second graders coming out and beating little Baby Drake's ass in that video, man. He looks like such a bitch doing it, and then he's snapping and shit. Like, no. And he was probably listening to something fast, man. So he was dancing on beat, snapping, looking like a little baby bitch, and an owl. No, I'm doing Ray Gun's movies.
Ray Gun.
I don't give a fuck. It could have been Ray Gun when it's like, I don't like Drag On.
She needs to be gone.
Because that shit was like...
I'm gonna hit the Lil Drake.
It was equally wet.
Thank you. Because
you know what I mean, I'm not gonna get the girl that I want, but I'm not gonna be dirty at the
I
end.
can guarantee this right now. Neither one of y'all's getting any action after y'all
Not
pull
at
that
all.
Baby Drake
Not
movie
at
out.
all. But you ain't getting no action, and you're gonna be dirty if you pull Ray Gun's moves.
If I'm dirty and I ain't getting no action, I'm going home. No harm, no foul. But y'all gotta be known as the niggas that did the Baby Drake move in a fucking loaded crowd of people and shit. Fuck that move, man. Straight up, man. That shit. Get one more time, Louie, man. Just so the crowd at home can see what I'm giving up, man.
Man, I guarantee you his armpits was stinking after he was snapping and moving and doing all
He
that
looks
shit.
lost and shit.
That vest is gonna be jumping.
Now listen, in that right there, it looks like, little boy, do that move or I'm gonna beat the brakes off your ass. Like, it looks like he's dancing for his life. Like, no, look at his eyes. Like, if you don't dance, I'm telling daddy, and he's whooping you when you come home.
How we let this dude fool us in the being cool?
Because we didn't see this video before he came out.
Money doesn't make you cool, man. I don't think Drake ever was cool. Like, he pretended to be, but
that move right there looks like the move you make your little brother do, or I'm telling daddy. You better get your boogie on or I'm telling daddy. And it ain't about some new shit. It's about some old shit. Like, remember when you cussed at Miss Watson? Mm-hmm. Remember that report card that I held for you? Like, that's bargaining chips to fucking tell daddy. And he's like, you better do that move that you did at that fucking bat mitzvah or I'm telling daddy. And that motherfucker, that's the best he could do.
Down, slow motion.
That's the best he could do. Like, I'm still telling my dad after that move right there. Like, look at this motherfucker in the back though. If that young motherfucker ain't bringing the fucking pain, bruh. Listen. Can I get like a third option?
Nope.
Because the motherfucker in that hat, man, and that looks like, if I'm not mistaken, a Run DMC hat from Tougher Than Leather. But that frog shit he got there, he's not even interested, man.
Dude, do me one more favor. Let me see what Rachel was bringing back to the table.
Listen, when she does that curly shuffle, that whoop, 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 I'm doing this right here.
And one, and two.
Curly shuffle.
Like, bro, I promise you,
Yeah.
hell yeah, at least I'll get some entertainment points. And then I'm looking at the bitch like that. If I had to go, like, if I was, going for a date and to get my chick, like, and then I'm finishing like, boom. Like, she at least put it in perspective. And got like a couple dope, she got a couple dope moves in there.
Don't lie. Don't try to make it better because you got to do the moves.
Look.
I'm talking about the bunny hop. Like, she nailed that bitch.
That shit is garbine. Look at her.
Just because you got to do it now.
I'm just saying the
You
way
could have just did the Drake dance like
man,
that.
I'm not.
Now you got to spin around on the dirty floor and do this shit.
Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all this right now. I'm not succumbing to the fucking Baby Drake dance. That's torture.
Listen, and the internet is undefeated. So just be ready for the whole week of memes of her dancing like that shit. It's gonna be off the chain.
I'd rather eat cat shit with a nitty than to dance like Baby Drake. Fuck that little motherfucker. I'm sorry. Like Drake's an adult now. He's in his 30s. But the baby version of him dancing like that gets under my fucking skin. I'm serious, man. There's no way he'd have made it down here, man, without us crying on that dance. Like, hey, remember when you was younger and you was dancing like a little bitch? Like, that looks horrible. Now, moving forward, how do y'all feel about the brands we grew up with? And when I say that, I'm talking about like how we, confess our love for the cereal brands that we grew up on.
Right.
Chex, fucking Cinnamon Toast Crunch, Fruity Pebbles, Frosted Flakes, all that good shit. What I mean by this is the brands that we grew up like Aunt Jemima. Mm-hmm. That was some of the most delicious syrup that I've ever had on a set of flapjacks. My dad, he had this recipe for waffles that was dynamic, and he would only go and get Mrs. Buttersworth or Aunt Jemima syrup. Mm. How do you feel about the renaming of these brands? Do you feel like it was necessary, or do you think that's society going too far?
Oh, good question.
And there's a lot of them. Like, to name a few, Aunt Jemima syrup, Uncle Ben's rice, cream of wheat. I don't know what that guy's name was. I don't remember what his name was, but the dark guy that looked like my Uncle KT. Sorry, I love you to death, but you definitely reminded me of the guy with the cream of wheat box.
His name is Yo Gotti.
Who, the real Yo Gotti?
Uh-huh. That's the cream of wheat guy.
Right.
Yo Gotti.
Lando Lakes Butter, the Washington Redskins, and that's just to name a few. Mm-hmm. But how do y'all feel about that? Like the brands changing the name?
I mean, sometimes it's necessary. You know what I mean? Like especially the Redskins, when that's like, a derogatory remark. As far as the Aunt Jemima stuff, I don't know. Like, but they wasn't giving no money to the Jemimas or whoever the fuck her family was. Like,
Jemima.
Do you think there was a Jemima family?
There had to be somebody. But like they wouldn't.
Like, we didn't get $1 or any of that money to the Jemima estate. So I don't know what the fuck you talking about. The Jemima estate takes care of the Jemima estate. Like, them motherfuckers are snapping, and they got the biggest black lady to talk for them, which means business, because she makes the best pancakes in the family.
But
She's the
as far as the taste, everything tastes the same. So
it's General Mills now or something like that.
Yeah, it's like something like that.
Milling Company.
Yeah, Milling Company. There you go.
Something Milling Company.
It never really drove me crazy. And when I growing up, we didn't get none of that good stuff. I had generic shit, so I didn't even get to see or taste Aunt Jemima until I was grown. I'm not buying this expensive shit.
You missed out. I'd pay $6 a bottle because that shit has authentic slave songs when you put dubs on. But nah.
They got the blood of the slaves on their hands and shit. Like,
Aunt Jemima was a fucking rebel in her day. Mm-hmm. But nah. And Uncle Ben's rice. It's now called Ben's rice. Like, they just took the whole. Right. Do you feel like they're stripping them of their brand, or do you feel like they're more or less appeasing the families that?
I don't know. They're just trying to fucking stay out of the headlines for shit. I think that they don't give a fuck. I don't think these corporations care either way. If they could still have Aunt Jemima on there without people being mad about it, she'd still be on there.
Right.
They took the wrap off her head and gave her a perm, and motherfucker still was like, nah, fuck that. Get her ass
we
on.
know Aunt Jemima when we see her.
Right.
Aunt Jemima was like, baby, I got my hair did. I was hanging out with Mary and them off 227.
So, it doesn't really bother me either way.
And
we all, like you said, it didn't bother me. So people went crazy about it, but at the same time, it was like everybody was eating that shit. Everybody was eating Uncle Ben's, and it didn't stop people from buying it. So.
Right. Even the Cleveland Indians changed their logo.
Right.
Yeah.
It used to be Chief Wahoo. Now it's the Commanders?
Yeah.
It's crazy. Lando Lake Butter had a big Indian on the package. We're done with that. We took that motherfucker off that damn butter packet. Right. And, you know, I just don't understand if it was the people and or like the people that was from the Land O'Lakes estate.
Can I?
Go ahead.
I was gonna say it is basically the cancel culture.
Right.
They don't want to be swept up into that by offending people with, you know,
Right.
semi-racist logos or names, or you know what I'm saying?
But who's the fucking who's to say Uncle Ben didn't want his face on there? Like, I like my face being on the rice. Like, who's to say that, like, he had a problem with it? Like, Uncle Ben didn't say shit.
Yeah, but Uncle Ben probably died broke. So it's like you've been getting paid billions off Uncle Ben's face for 50 years, but Uncle Ben
was
himself.
like, they're making moolah off my likeness.
Right. So, you know, that's why I said unless they was coughing up a check, then
Why don't they just pay Uncle Ben's family?
Well, they could, but you think they going to?
He was like, I had a sister, Michelle, that lives in Connecticut.
Say they probably own Uncle Ben's family.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean?
Like,
How you gonna pay slaves you own? Like,
Right.
that shit got racist ties all through it. I mean, I'm used to it because I grew up with the shit. You know what I'm saying? So it don't really bother me, but I also understand why they're doing it.
Right.
You know, they're trying to like appease everybody.
Right.
Because like you ain't gonna hear too many people saying we want the racist ass Indian back.
Right.
So you know.
And some people do, but I seen the shit was that used to crack me up was when they was taking Aunt Jemima off the thing, and Milford was like, "I'm not eating no more Aunt Jemima." I'm like, would you need to see a black lady on the front of your fucking syrup? It still tastes the same. You still get diabetes from this shit.
Right.
Like I want Uncle Ben on the front of my shit looking at me, judging me.
Hi, youngster. He was like, I think you're a fat ass for eating my rice so much. Take care, youngin'.
Good luck with all these carbs.
Hey, we put extra carbs in there for you and your family. Mm-hmm. But nah, I just feel like, you know, I don't know, man.
Like I said, what do you feel about the whole thing?
It's crazy because, like, they just start I remember Saturday Night Live did a skit on it, and I didn't understand what it was until, like, I got into it. And, like, Dave Chappelle was on that episode. It was Uncle Ben, Aunt Jemima, Count Chocula, and the fucking Allstate guy.
Right.
That was one of the funniest skits that I've seen Saturday Night Live make in a long ass time. And I can appreciate that just for the simple fact that, like, cancel culture is so real. And they canceled Uncle Ben and Aunt Jemima in one fall swoop.
Right.
Like, oh, yeah, y'all ain't getting paid? Take them off the box. Like, and I can guarantee Uncle Ben, like, that was his only claim to fame. Like, I like the rice box.
Right. It's just weird how they try to put other people as the mascot of some shit.
Right.
Like I said, like I keep saying, if you were paying Uncle Ben's family and he was a part of the company, his family, his estate was part, hey, keep him on there.
Right.
If you just using his face like he's a fucking mascot of your damn brand and he was a real person, like
That's fucked up.
Yeah, it's kind of fucking weird to just same with the Cleveland Indians, same with the Redskins, like especially the Indians because. Their logo was racist as fuck. That nigga was cheesing his ass off. Like
he had a perfect fucking part in his hair.
He was bright red. I'm like, oh, you motherfuckers is cold for that.
Yeah. That's like sticking your fingers up there and doing,
Right.
you know.
That'd be like the Mississippi niggas. And be like,
and all you see is eyes and teeth like,
Right.
ta 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 ta.
we be flipping out if that was the
Yes,
case.
we would. Or the Mississippi N-words. Speaking of N-words, would you be more offended if somebody called you an N-word or just a real word?
What if they actually said N-word?
Yeah, like you N-word.
It'd be the same shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it might have a less. I might laugh after I slap the shit out of him. I'm like,
What about you, Wax?
I think I would be more offended if they just called me, you know, the word itself.
Right.
Not saying the N word, but
The N word would definitely draw a little bit of comedy to it. Like, damn, you didn't even have enough nuts to say nigger.
Yeah, I am gonna choke the shit out of you just because you're trying to be disrespectful.
What, you mean it with your heart, but you ain't saying it with your mouth.
Or your chest.
Right.
Yeah, you're gonna get smacked the shit out of.
Now, listen, summer's halfway over, and it always seems like in August, well, I ain't gonna say always, but since last August to now, it feels like we got a special visitor that comes through uninvited, tearing up all of our fucking produce that we're growing outside. It's almost like, you know, we see what they're doing in these factories, putting all these damn chemicals and different things in our fucking foods and shit. So we get the bright idea to grow our own fucking fruits and veggies.
Right, living off the land.
Yeah, but now we got a fucking common enemy. These fucking lantern flies.
Right. I hate them fucking things.
Like, let me ask you this. Why are they so intrusive, man?
I don't know. And it's like they're here. Like, this is just life now.
Yeah, like it's the new norm. Like, I don't know if you guys have them out there, but speaking of which, if they do or if they don't have them out there, we're not even going to talk about any of this until they do three things.
And what's that?
That's like, share, and subscribe.
Right.
Cost you nothing. And we'd love to hear from you in the comment box that we leave so laid out for you as far as our technical engineers are concerned and our graphic designers, which we have several of them, but we're just not going to mention their name. We just want to thank you guys. But we're not saying dick about those damn lantern flies until you motherfuckers do those three things. Okay, now let's get into it. What about how intrusive they are as far as climbing onto your clothes? And I'm not talking about like the front where you can see them. Them some bitches start from the fucking shoe and work their way all the way up to the back of your fucking neck. And then they climb up to the top of your head like they're a fucking hat. How do you feel about the intrusiveness? Like, how dare you motherfuckers, man?
I hate every stage. Every stage of them is a fucking new, like the little tiny black stage. And then they grow up and then like red. And they jump around. They jump like, how them motherfuckers are so quick.
Let me ask you this. How do you feel about when they get on your clothes and you try to feel like you fapped them off, but them some bitches find a way to like stay on and move through the creases?
Right.
Yeah, then they get up to pay dirt on your skin. Like, I'm scared of them. I ain't even gonna lie, man.
I don't like them around me.
I think they're gonna bite me and turn me into a lantern fly.
That's the thing. They don't even have teeth. Like, if they had teeth, just imagine if they did bite. It would suck.
Right.
Yo, what I don't understand is where are all these fucking bugs coming from, man?
Right.
Like, if it's not the lantern bugs, it's like the stink bugs. If it's not the stink bugs, it's the little lady bugs. Like, what? Like, it's like people are bringing them to our country and just letting them loose. Like,
From what I'm hearing, these are Asian lantern bugs.
Okay.
So what you mean to tell me is a group of them flew from Asia. Okay. Or one was pregnant. All right. And she hooked on to like one of these fucking exhibits they get from fucking, you know what I mean, like a piece of fucking like statue or some shit like that. Like, whoo, girl, I just can't wait to have these babies. So then she's pregnant. She lands on something that gets shipped straight to America from Asia. Soon as they fucking land, they open up the crate and that fucking Asian fucking lanternfly gets out and starts having babies in America.
right.
Is that how it happens?
It could.
Did she get here pregnant, or was it a group of them?
No, they said, from what I'm reading here, it says it's thought that they arrived as egg masses on a stone shipment in 2012.
There you go.
Right.
And I was just saying that, like, they landed on like a fucking piece of fucking artifacts or some shit.
And then they shipped it over, and they was just there. So that first infestation was found in Berks County, Pennsylvania.
No shit.
That'll be PA.
Right.
Yo, so, but it's from China?
I don't know.
Asia,
Asia.
like
I
the
mean,
Asian
if it
continent.
was China, I don't think it was on accident. I think it was all a ploy.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
you owe
China.
me money.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, it definitely says China.
Yeah, China's out to get us, y'all. And you don't have to take this out. They're out to get us.
I mean, we owe them motherfuckers, man. Shit, you owe me money. I'm gonna put like some fucking sandworms in your shoes or some shit like that. Like, I want my money.
Bro.
So they just fucking infested us with a whole bunch. I can't say that it was China. I don't know. But I know that bug got over here, and there's a million, gazillion, bajillion of them motherfuckers now.
And I don't know what the fuck eats them, like, cause like, is there something that over there that eats them?
I seen a bird fucking get one in his mouth and spit it back out, no bullshit. And then I seen right. Then I seen a fucking another one trample out of a fucking spider web, bruh.
Yeah, I seen that too.
Like what the fuck?
I'm not gonna say what else China sent over here in the last couple of years because I ain't trying to get, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But this shit is not
On accident.
Nah, not at all.
Right. It said their natural predators are praying mantis.
I was just about to say, please say praying mantis.
Praying mantis, birds, spiders, and wasps. We need to get a whole bunch of praying mantises out here. But then you gotta deal with them big crazy looking motherfuckers.
And I seen them motherfuckers eat lizards and shit.
Those motherfuckers are.
So what would you rather have a praying mantis infestation? I'd be like,
maybe because them motherfuckers don't crawl on you. Man, them lantern flies don't land right on you and act like they ain't even there. Like, so what's niggas doing and shit? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you remember how motherfuckers used to ask before you leave the spot and shit before y'all like dismantle the clique. Like, so what's everybody ready to do?
Yeah, what's the plan?
Right. That's how them motherfuckers be sitting like on the top of my hat, and I'm like, are you kidding me?
They like, well, since the cicadas is gone, we'll be here for the next 17 years.
But why? Like, I thought they was only here for like, 17 years. Then they go away for another, or not 17 years, but they're here once. Then they go away for another 17 years.
Cicadas.
Yeah.
But they're not lanternflies.
I was about to say, I'll take these lanternflies over them damn Asian wasps, though, those hornets or whatever. You ever see those things?
The murder wasps.
Oh my God. Yeah, give me the lanternflies. Because if those come over here and start setting up shop, I'm moving.
And that's what that's what eats these motherfuckers, I think.
No shit.
Said praying mantis, birds, spiders, and wasps.
I didn't even know spiders ate other bugs. Not spiders, but bees or wasps. That's nuts. Hopefully those motherfuckers like get a pesticide to be able to eliminate those motherfuckers, man. Because I tried spraying fucking that shit you spray on bees and shit, the red. And none of that works. I think it draws them to it. No bullshit.
They're putting that shit on like Izzy Miyake.
Hell yeah, like it's date night. But hopefully we can get rid of those bastards, man. So, moving forward, let me ask y'all this. And I'm going to start with you, Uwe. What's your favorite dog? Like your favorite domestic dog?
My favorite dog that I've ever had, or
ever
dog
had in general, like what do you see yourself being partial to?
I've had one dog in my life. He was the best dog ever. My boy Cassius. I just had to let him go earlier this year.
Right. Castro, that was the man.
He was a boxer. He was a fawn color boxer. That was my buddy.
Ace in the hole.
Yeah, I love boxers.
Right.
Just he ain't a killer. I know y'all probably gonna be like, that dog can't kill nobody, but
he's a good defender.
Right. He'll talk some shit. He'll get me where I need till I can get my shit.
Right.
And defend both of us. So.
Right.
So what about you?
What about you?
I'm going next, man. Give me a pit bull all goddamn day.
You're like X, man. Yeah, Max loves a pit, man.
Pit bull all day, man. Like, I don't know, man. They're just like my favorite dogs on the planet.
Right.
Straight up and down. I've had a couple, I've raised them like they were my own sons.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't dislike any kind of dog, but a pit bull is my favorite.
Right. Mine's would have to be a Rottweiler.
For sure.
I like the size, man. They kind of look like me too. Like when I get my Rotties, they look just like me. All I gotta do is put my hat on them and shit. They be like, "Is Phil here?" He be like, sitting in my chair. But nah, man, I like the size. I like the fact that they got over 300 pounds per square inch of bite pressure in them. So that means whatever they're biting's turning into dust.
And they're not gonna let it go.
Nah. and they have the locking ability that the pit has. It's not a locked jaw, but they can keep their bite down for a long time. And when they do bite, they do little bites in between the bites. Like they'll let go a little bit just to bite a little bit more. You dig what I'm saying? So like they're vicious when it comes to protecting, but they love the kids. Like my one Rottweiler, Rex, I know y'all remember him, man. I called him Rex. The kids called him REX, but I called him WREXCKS because he used to tear shit up. I'd come home and there'd be diapers opened up, garbage spewed around. He's the only dog that can bite through Timberlands. Bite through them. I'd have like Timberlands like slippers and shit, like just the back half of my Timberlands because he bit the whole top part off. Vicious.
Yeah, man.
And I don't know, I love them, man. I think that they're awesome protectors and they're good companions.
Yeah, they're good family dogs.
Yeah.
Too.
And he wouldn't let me discipline the kids in front of me. Very protective. Them or my wife, my girlfriend at the time, you know, which happens to be my wife now, you dirty motherfuckers.
He wouldn't let you discipline your wife in front of him?
No, I'd be up there with my wife beater or and shit like, you get your ass over here. But no, he was protective of my wife as well, but she was my girlfriend.
I'm just fucking.
Good call though, because I said discipline my wife. Like, you know what, Nancy? You spent $200 a day that was ill-advised. I sharpen my hand in a fucking pencil sharpener. But nah, man, they're just awesome dogs to have as far as when you have a family-like setting because they'll make sure that they take care of everybody.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Rotties. I love dogs, period. I'm a dog man myself, man.
Yeah. Cats make you work for it a little bit too much, man. They're finicky with what they give away.
Right.
They're like females, if you will.
Right.
They'll lead you on to an alley of other cats so they could jump your ass.
Like you come home, they're like, so what? Where's my food at? I'm gonna scratch this shit up.
Hell yeah.
Like, damn.
And piss.
Need you.
Right.
They just don't need you whatsoever.
Cats let you know what it really's hitting for. Like, I love you, but I'm not in love with you. So, like, all right, let's put it to you like this. You can die tomorrow in this house, and I'll still live in this house. To where dogs will stop eating if their owner dies and shit in the house and damn near die with it. Cats, let a window be open. As long as that cat can get in and out of the house, that cat will leave you there dead on the floor.
It's kind of morbid, but like a cat is the first, like the animal that'll start eating you if you die, like within that week. A dog will try to hold out. You know what I mean? I'm starving.
He's like, that motherfucker looking delicious as fuck over there, man.
A cat is going to town on you within the week, man. Like, that's a fact.
Do you think it's starting with the most tenderest spots, like your ears and different things like that? So, like, if you do shake it off and shit, all you're missing is some ears. Like, if it was like a stupor and shit, you're just sitting there, like, not like really like dead, but like in a
comatose.
Yeah. And then like you snap out of it, like he's like, oh. My bad, nigga. I thought you was dead. Like, but then a dog, he'll kind of like give you a grace period. Like, I'm gonna wait till he starts stinking.
Right.
But this motherfucker smelled delicious as shit right now. Boy, you don't even know. I smell poop too. Oh yeah, that motherfucker poop too. Oh hell yeah, I'm getting ready to eat this. Nah, I'm chilling. It'd be like Sylvester the cat shit. Like, lick a motherfucker like. Man, my mouth
taste. Man.
Then start crying and shit like, and then like get another lick and shit and be like, man, you're so delicious, man. I'm trying my best not to eat you. And then just like by the fact that they can't help it and it's been 6 days, they're gonna start with the fingers. Them motherfuckers are gonna be like, all right, now if you come back to life, you got 2 hands. So if I work on the right hand first, you'll still be straight. So like that's just ill in itself, man. Right. The fact that cats and dogs are completely opposite, but they still give you that wet work. Now, I need to ask y'all this, and then we can call it the way you want to call it. But as far as them hip hop verses out there, what's a verse that stays in your head 24/7? A verse that you can't stop repeating, and I don't care if you heard it back in the 90s or in the 2000s. I'll go first.
Okay.
Mine's is that Life's a Bitch verse with AZ. Realizing the realism of life and actuality.
Yeah.
That a person's status depends on salary, but my mentality is money orientated. Like that verse stands out to me more than any other verse that I've ever heard because of the uniqueness of his voice.
Right.
But the motherfucker was spitting, Uwe. He laid that track down.
Right.
I'm like, damn, that shit is science.
It's a classic.
Right.
Definitely a classic.
How about you, dude?
I mean, it's so many. I'll probably go with one that's like it's something that people are probably even gonna even know. I'm going with that Damian Marley. That's what the fuck is that called? Patience. Yeah, that shit with him and Patience. When he's like, some of the smartest dummies.
Okay.
Can't read the language of Egyptian mummies.
Yeah.
That verse is
On a
so.
flag or a moon.
And can't find food for the starving tummies. Pay no mind to the youths. Cause it's not like the future depends on it. I can see the animals in the zoo. Cause the chimpanzees, them make big money. Like that shit right there is just so deep. It's so dope. Like I can listen to that shit anytime.
He says so much shit in like fucking 8 bars.
Only person I ever seen eat Nas up. He chewed Nas on that shit.
Yeah.
Like I be skipping past Nas, and Nas is my favorite rapper.
Right.
But he ate Nas.
Definitely. How about you, A-Wax?
I'm gonna go with Nas actually.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say one of the verses that I can never stop thinking about is A Thief's Theme. by
Late at
Nas.
night, they don't act right.
That right there is just one that'll stay with me forever. Like just the shit he was penning was like I could see it. You know what I mean? I could see I could see what he was talking about. Like I'm not gonna recite any of it, but like whenever you guys get a second, just go check that shit out, man. It's called A Thief's Theme. There's a video for it and everything. It's just like one of those ones that they should study at Harvard.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because it's just too well written. It's dope, man.
Right.
It's like one of my favorites.
Nas got a lot of them.
He got a lot of them. He's definitely he's in my top 4.
That Ghetto Prisoners Rise.
Yeah.
You want to buy time?
Right.
I'm the seller of minutes.
Right.
I'll give you every second low price if I sold lies. Bruh, I'd have to say this though, and like I said, Nas is in my top 4. I'm not even putting him in my top 5 because he's too great to be associated that far into the hip hop game. So maybe even top 3.
Right.
But another one, if I could go honorable mention, would be Tupac's verse from Same Song. Yeah. Now I clown around when I hang around with the underground. Girls who used to clown say I'm down when I come around. Gas me, but when they pass me, they used to diss me.
Harass me.
And now they ask me if they can kiss me. Like that shit right there, bruh. If they got that one guy on TikTok. Amazing verses I've heard. This is our version of that, if you will.
I got another one. I got it's Biggie. It's Biggie on Victory. Biggie on Victory when he murdered that shit. And the commission.
I think he went blind.
You asked for permission to hit him. Yeah,
he didn't go blind, but he went like straight catatonic. Like he went like into a zone.
Right.
He just like fucking blacked out.
Right.
Like he went insane on that. Fuck, that was a good pick, bro.
After I'm sure he wrote Diddy's verse for him on that. Just imagine if Biggie would have just kept that one to himself, like without Diddy. Even though Diddy's part in that shit is dope.
Wasn't Buster on that? Where my niggas is at?
Yeah. Where the fuck my bitches at? Where my niggas is at? Like that whole song.
Real life shit from front to back.
That's
the only time I like Diddy rapping. That one and the one with Twister.
Well, Mace said he wrote all of his shit.
He probably did.
Mm-hmm. And that was around the time.
It was a team of motherfuckers writing for Diddy at that point.
What about you, Wax?
First Drake. He was the first Drake.
Who, Diddy?
Yeah.
I'd agree. But he owned the company, so it was Drake.
Drake's still talented.
No, I'm just playing.
Yeah.
I know he writes his own shit.
I'm sorry, that shit with Twister? that you just brought up.
Right.
Every night what'd he say? Sometimes I be waking up behind noon saying, why me, Lord? Mm-hmm. Folks thinking I'm gonna die soon. I just tell them keep seeking. Because when I'm sleeping, I be concealed up in my room, knowing that it could happen. Just trying to maintain because the future is untold.
Yeah.
Like, that verse was crazy.
Right.
It was. But, like, my second one, my honorable mention would probably be Jada Kiss. There's like 5, but I'm going to say Knock Yourself Out.
Yeah.
That shit.
I thought you was gonna say the one with like.
Oh yeah, that's that shit too.
And when you think of me, you think of a problem.
Yeah, automatic or revolve.
Yeah, who, what, when, or how you gonna solve them? Automatic or revolve them? Yeah, there's just so many. Bro,
There's too many.
There's so many from Kiss and Nas, which is like 2 of my favorites. I could name a couple Jay-Z lyrics, songs, verses. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Where I'm from.
Yeah.
Shit, the one what he did with Eminem, I don't think Jay got enough credit in that. Granted, M Chew, but that motherfucker said back to the wall, ashy knuckles. Like, what?
Yeah.
Like, I understood everything he was spitting at
He
that point.
definitely spit. Like you said, he doesn't get enough credit for that verse because he spit. It was just M just went and just whited out on him.
Right. He definitely did this shit.
He didn't black out. He whited out. Like.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was just like that whole verse was about, the game and shit as far as Jay-Z seen it. Mm-hmm. But like that verse doesn't mean that like Eminem just totally torched him. That just means he had a better display of, organizational skills, the way he put his cadence down.
Right.
So that's the only thing that I feel like Eminem had over him as far as the edge, but Eminem's a spitter as well.
Yeah.
So when people say that I can't listen to a whole Eminem album, but they'll give him the credit of beating or eating Jay-Z up on a song, I don't understand that. Because everybody who says that listens to Jay-Z from one point or another, but they can't give the man credit for washing him on his own album.
I don't know.
And then Jay-Z heard Eminem's verse. So he wrote his verse around that verse. Eminem didn't change anything on his verse.
Right.
It was just a simple fact that how he displayed that shit. Like, do you have any clue what I had to do to get here? I don't think you do. So stay tuned and keep your ears glued to the stereo. Because here we go. Like, that shit right there.
If I'm Jay, I'm not jumping on that fucking song.
Me neither.
Like, you can have this. Give me something else. I'm not fucking with you on this one. Give me something else, or let's collab and let's do something together. Because I'm not putting this shit on my shit.
Right. Even on that drop the world on his head.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Like, to me, you had Drake, fucking Lil Wayne and Eminem are Libras. Shout out to Libras. Our season's on its way, motherfuckers. See how you get? You can't never let a motherfucker have his own season, man.
You're right.
But yeah, man, Drake and Eminem and Lil Wayne was on the album. I think that was like their second appearance together as you know what I mean? As rapping together.
Right.
And Eminem said, "Here we go, stacking what'd he say? He said something about stacking stadiums. People go nuts."
Shady spits his flow.
Yeah, like that motherfucker went crazy.
Go ballistic. I forget how it goes, but yeah, that's another one.
Like, he drops that shit, but then they don't give him the credit he deserves because they feel like he can't make sustainable albums to make
He
each
gets
song.
enough credit.
Here you go, man. Get off his...
No, he gets the credit that he's supposed to get.
I feel like it should be more M.
Nobody
We
taking
Libras,
it,
man. All Libras stand the fuck up right now, man. If you standing in front of your computer screen right now, stand up. This is a salute.
Libras practice witchcraft.
Here you go, man. But so what?
Everyone knows. It's a known fact that most Libras practice witchcraft.
Cancers were born with a crest on their forehead, and they're all born in the Wiccan descent. So, like, there's
We're
nothing.
wizards.
We practice it, but y'all were born in it. Like, y'all will die being witches and shit. We could choose to get saved at one point in our life, but y'all, there's nothing y'all can do
What
about
happens
it.
when we try to get saved?
Y'all burn in church. Like, as soon as you put your finger in church, it starts catching on fire. But nah, man, listen. We came, we saw, we delivered. Now, next week, Wax, we're going to come back to the same time, same location, different material. Peace.
Peace.